All right. Again, we are back with this short video, which explore Matthew chapter number 24, verse 15. Which specifically uh, talks about the abomination of desolation. Now, the reason is that I have had or I've been having a conversation with rapture theorist. I mean, rapture proponent, someone who you know believe in this rapture theories. Someone who's a rapture proponent, and he believed that these signs must take place prior to the rapture, and so he appealed to Matthew chapter number 24, verse 15, to affirm his position on the signs of the parousia, or the signs of the return of the Lord. So that is that we want to explore the text to ascertain whether it supports the idea of rapture and all of that. All right, so now the text says that in Matthew chapter number 15, Matthew chapter number 24, verse 15, it says that, therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of, or spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing in the holy place, whoever reads, let him understand. So, what this figure, or whoever this entity is, Jesus warned the disciples that when they see him standing in the holy place, and today we don't have the holy place anymore. We don't have the holy place today. It was actually the Jerusalem temple, which had a component called holy place, as well as the most holy place, where the Ark of Covenant, was. But today we don't have the that temple anymore. As a matter of fact, it was destroyed in 70 AD. And so everything, pertaining to the temple, the most holy place, and everything uh, belongs to history. Okay, so this cannot be, something that is to be looked out for, either today or in the days or months or years to come. So when you read a bit further, it says that, then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let him who is on the housetop not go down to take anything out of the house, and let him who is in the field not go back to not go not go back to get his clothes. Okay, so now it goes on and on and on, right? But when you start at verse 1 of Matthew 24, verse 1 and 2, it says that Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and disciples came up to him, show him the building of the temple. And Jesus said to him, do you not see all these things? Assuredly, I say to you, not one stone shall be left here upon another that shall not be brought down. So Jesus Christ connected the fall of the temple to the fall of the temple to the or with the abomination of desolation that will be standing in the most holy place. So the verse 1 and 2 indicate the fall or the overthrow of the temple. But there's going to be abomination of desolation in that, and um, so we have to see the connection. Okay, now if the temple is no more, if the most holy place is no more, then we cannot be talking about a future rapture. Neither can we be talking about the future return of the Lord, because these are the signs that Jesus Christ gave, prior to his parousia. The apostles inquired or asked him to provide them with signs of his parousia, and so he began enumerating the signs, starting at verse 8, and starting at verse 8, down to the chapter. And one of them includes the abomination of desolation, standing in the most holy place. But that was a prophecy. It's just a reiteration of a prophecy spoken of by Daniel. But when you read down the text, the chapter in verse 34, Jesus Christ says that, assuredly I say to you, this generation will by no means pass away till all these things take place. So all these things include the abomination of desolation standing in the most holy place, as well as the fall of the temple and all of that. All of these events were to take place, or activities were to take place before Jesus's contemporary generation have all passed away. Now, when you look at the companion text in Luke chapter number 21, starting at verse 22. Now it says that, but when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then know that its desolation is near. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountain, let those who are in the midst of her depart, and let not those who are in the country enter her. Why? For these are the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. So once again, we see the connection, the correlation between the fall of Jerusalem as well as the abomination of desolation. Now, it says that when you see the abomination standing in the most holy place, okay, knows that the desolate, let readers understand it. Now, other some people believe that this was Nero, or any of the Roman or the Caesars and stuff like that. Even there are some people today who believe that especially those who believe in the rapture, they believe that the text has not yet been fulfilled, because often I hear people trying to uh, still appeal to Matthew 24 to talk about a year-to-year future return to take place before that generation have all passed away. But anyway, some believe that it is Roman Catholic Church Pope. It is the Pope who is the abomination of desolation, or he will be the one standing in the most holy place. And which most holy place is? So, as I said, which most holy place will this Pope be standing? Because Vatican cannot be called a most holy place, because the most holy place was only a component, throughout history of the Jerusalem temple. And so this abomination of desolation will be standing there. Now, it says that, he gave us the source text for the abomination. It says that from Daniel. So when you read Daniel chapter number 9, I believe that is where that text is found. But it says that upon the wings of abomination will come the one who will call the desolate. So it means that it was the Jews themselves who, desecrate the temple. Okay, so through this desecration, will provoke our Lord to anger, and by so doing, the Lord will come and to destroy it. Because the Roman army, led by Titus, uh, they acted upon the wing of abomination. So it means that the abomination has already been caused, and God used the Roman army as his pawn of judgment to execute this judgment. So because when you read Ezekiel chapter number 8, you realize that it was the Jews themselves, that temple which was destroyed by Nebuchadnezzar, I believe, is it BC 585 or so. It was the Jews themselves, who profaned the temple. You understand? So it wasn't neither Caesar nor Titus, because Titus was only acting upon the wings of this abomination. The abomination has already been caused, and so God is now using the Roman army to punish them. So it could not have been Titus or Caesar. As a matter of fact, Caesar never ever stepped a foot in the Jerusalem temple. Okay, so it could not have been any of the Caesars. Neither could it have been the Titus, because Titus merely entered it to destroy the place, to destroy those Jewish authorities and all of that. But whatever this figure is, others also believe that it was the Zealot movement. Of course, Elijah Ben Simon had entered there. He usurped the high priest authority. He took place of the most holy place, drews on the wall, kind of like desecrated the place and all of that. So all of this desecration, trying to change the time and all of that, okay, provoke our Lord to anger. And so he destroyed them using the Roman army as his pawn, led by Titus. So that is the correlation, as all of the things that we ought to know, not to talk about abomination of desolation as something that is yet future to us, or something that is a current reality or present reality. No, it is something that is past and gone. We don't have most holy place in terms of or from the perspective of when Jesus Christ made that statement. It is something that is fulfilled and long gone. All right.